Hello everyone, my name is Lorenzo, the online programming coordinator at North York Community House. What is North York Community House? It's a neighborhood center that has been working with newcomers and residents in the North York area of Toronto for over 30 years. What do? We offer a wide variety of programs to help children, youth, adults, and seniors to settle, thrive, and belong in their new lives in Canada. Now, let's find out what we're going to talk about today. Hello, everyone. Hi, Janine. How are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome.
So we're here with Janine. Janine is a school settlement worker at North York Community House. And in this video, we're going to talk about cooking. So Janine, my first question is, why are we in your kitchen?
We are in my kitchen today because we came up with a great program for our newcomer youth, which we did with our students at Downsview. And I want to share that idea with you guys today. So that's why you guys are in smack down in the middle of my kitchen today.
Perfect. So my first question is, how did you come up with this idea for the youth?
Yeah, so we've all been stuck in COVID or in our houses for almost 2 years now. And before that, most of our program involved food, involved coming together, involved preparing food in some way or sharing food in some way. And doing programming with youth online has been challenging because we don't have that personal interaction with them. And this was a great, fun way to get everyone to come together, even on camera, turn on their cameras, we can see each other, and come together and cook a meal as a group. And it was pretty much that brought it out.
Okay, so hold on a sec. You cook on camera, like everybody's on. So how does that work?
Yes, so I shared a cooking kit with my students. Everyone got a cooking kit, which included a recipe and all the ingredients that they needed to do this recipe. Once everyone picked up the recipe, we did our Tuesday evening after school program. In this specific Tuesday, we all came together with our cooking kits. We turned on our cameras and we did the recipe step by step all together. And I facilitated the flow of that session. We went through the recipe, looking at the language, looking at the ingredients and the steps, and we cooked as a group.
Wow. So the kids are learning how to cook and language. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so we are learning how to cook. So we're doing learning new skills. We are learning new language. Minced garlic. What is minced garlic? That was something new for my students. They didn't know what mince meant. So we were able to look at the texture of what that meant, the language, and how to do it. We were able to come together as a group. So it brought some of my students out of the isolation or the shyness behind the camera. And we were learning new skills and new English. So it became a cooking ECC, I would say, a cooking English conversation circle.
Nice. And you mentioned recipe. Are these recipes difficult to follow, and what kind of ingredient? Yeah, do you have an example?
Right. Yeah. So our kit included dry ingredients that came in a jar like this. So this recipe, we made it friendly for vegetarian diets, for halal eaters or kosher eaters. So it's pretty much dried goods like rice, beans, lentils, dried vegetable stock, and pasta. And the recipe is very easy. It's a 5-step recipe. The only thing that our participants had to have that wasn't including in the kit was a pot of boiling water. And the measurements are all on the recipe that came in the kit. And it's very easy. It's only 5 steps, and we went through it together. So they were never left alone with a difficult step. We went through it together with simple English, simple steps, simple cooking. And the best part is that it was full of nutrients. It was something healthy that they could share with their families as well.
Wow. Okay. And the recipe that you choose, is there like some kind of criteria that you follow, or you pick randomly?
So what, even when we've done in person, you know, anything that had to do with food, I've always been very conscientious of the different dietary needs that are, you know, the public that we serve have. So halal eaters, vegetarian eaters, kosher eaters. So make sure it's something that is versatile and that we can all cook together and nobody is exempted from it. So definitely something that is vegetarian, but they don't feel like they're eating grass is something that like, oh, wow, it's a vegetarian dish and we can all enjoy it. And they can also adapt it to their own liking, right? So if somebody wanted to throw any kind of protein in there of their choice, is also very adaptable. So those are the things I look at when I look at recipes or any kind of food sharing with my students.
Okay, and I guess the minestrone soup that you had, that was something
Yes.
that you just did? Yeah.
Yeah, so actually somebody gave this to me for Christmas, and I thought it was a fantastic idea to share with the people that we serve. And because it, again, anybody can enjoy it, and it was so easy to put together. And as a mom of, you know, 4 children, I'm always looking for healthy dinner ideas that are fast, that I can just throw together. And this was exactly that. And I thought it was so easy that even students can put it together, you know, when they're coming home, if they're coming home and taking care of their siblings, or just want to learn something new or Canadian food that, you know, typically they wouldn't eat or traditionally wouldn't eat back home.
Yeah, okay. I also know that ingredients, like being affordable, is also important to you.
Absolutely. So another thing is that a lot of these ingredients, some of our clients who are accessing food banks, they get, you know, ingredients like canned tomatoes. We get ingredients like bags of rice or bags of, you know, macaroni that come in this, and they don't typically know how to cook with these things. So this was some innovative way that, you know, you can put together some dried beans, some rice, some pasta, some canned tomatoes, which usually is the typical stuff that come in a pantry when food banks distribute this to families. And, you know, it was a great way to put it together in a soup. And not only does this recipe, is it not only healthy, it's if fed, I believe this jar feeds from 6 to 8 people. So that's a large family getting fed and getting fed well. So that's super important to me is, you know, food security, knowing how to use what we have on hand that is affordable. Again, like I grew up in a family where we were accessing food banks, and a lot of times my mom's got a bunch of food, but we didn't know how to use it, you know. So I'm always looking at innovative ways to cook with things that are on hand or that are given through you know, agencies like a food bank.
Nice, nice. So tell us your next recipe, your next cooking class.
Ooh, there's so many possibilities, that we can do together. That's fun. But I would really like not only learn from my students, you know, a lot of them have amazing cooking skills that I'm just like blown away when they started sharing through this program. But I definitely want to introduce them to Canadian, you know, dishes or things that we can find typically, and they, you know, perhaps haven't tried back home. So I think that I'm going to try a nice chili next. Chili is also a great way to add, you know, beans and things like that for protein and things that are usually on hand through a pantry. But yeah, maybe a nice chili. I don't know.
Okay.
You'll
So
have
stay
to, I
tuned.
guess, yeah, stay tuned and see what
Okay,
comes up.
nice. And
Yeah.
you mentioned this is a program that you run every week, every 2 weeks, every month.
Right. So
How
right
can I
now
join?
we have an after school program that runs every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, mainly with Downsview Secondary School. Through that, right now we are in the middle of our career camp, and we provide, you know, different topics catering to the interests and needs of our students. But they have expressed interest to continue cooking, so definitely it will continue on our agenda and our plans for the future. I'm hoping to be delivering at least 1 cooking session a month where kids can come together, learn a new recipe, new skills, and continue to develop their language skills and
Nice.
their language, their vocabulary, and just have
Oh,
fun.
that sounds like an amazing program. And can everybody attend, or how is the
Yeah,
attendance?
if there's students that would like to join this group, being virtual gives us that possibility to come together no matter what school you're from. So definitely I can share my contact information and we can come together at some point.
Perfect. So, and Janine's contact information will be linked down below with the email address and so on. So thank you, Janine, for welcoming us into your kitchen.
Always
And
welcome.
always welcome. And yeah, we'll see each other next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.